Hey, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This video is focused on getting you set up for your year for your business plan vision board. Okay. So, in order to get your business rolling, you have to know what you need to accomplish. It's not that you got your license and you need to find clients, it's bigger than that. Now, if that's what you're just looking to do and you're focused on that, this is not just stop the video. This is not where you need to be. If you're going to stay, here's what we're going to talk about today. You're going to download this presentation. This is something that we've been using for over 3 years. This is something that's definitely been used by other companies. I've worked with career companies, Country Financial, things in the military, and so on. And I am an HR professional, Agile Scrum Master, and Lean Six Sigma certified. So, in order to solve your problem, you're going to identify the solutions. Okay. So, with that, let me share, and this will be located in the Legacy Smart Group portal. Okay. And I'll take this to a full screen. Now, I'm going to go through this. I'm not going to add any fluff. You're going to add your logo or you're going to add a personal photo of you. If you're adding a personal photo, do you have a business snapshot? Something that doesn't have family and all those other things in it. Introduce yourself so that way when you focus, you're introducing yourself for your name. People are going to ask you, "Who are you? What do you do?" Right now, if you that's the first thing that you may fail to do. And some people, a lot of people struggle with that. Who are you? These are things that I'm going to ask you for, so I know how to help you as a coach and for my partners and my uplines and coaches as well. All right. You're going to add your mission and vision statement. Mission is straight to the point, at least maybe one or two lines each. The mission is the overall goal that you're trying to accomplish, and the vision is short how you're going to accomplish the mission. Okay. You do not need to start with an LLC or anything like that, but I'm going to push you to accomplish those goals within 2 to 3 years. Okay. So you can accomplish that. That way, just remember you can't sell your NPN or your business or leave it to someone. You have to leave your business entity to someone. So once you come up with your business name, start hashtagging things like that. Go and watch the social media course to find out more details on that. Now, I want to skip past this part and come back to it, okay? And show you what's very critical. There's this 6 box snapshot: personal, family, faith, business, financial, and whatever you want the other to be. And it's about what are the overall goals that you have. If your overall goal, for example, mine is I want for family, I have three beautiful children and a bonus daughter. Okay, so with that being said, I want all of them to be together. I've never had them all together at one time because we live in different locations. So with that, my goal is to bring my children together. The habit is I need to set a schedule. I need to know how much it's going to cost. I need to communicate with their mothers and get their agreement too as well, right? Those are the habits that I need to accomplish to accomplish that one goal. Now, that is just for the family, the overall, but the financial pieces, I need to make 80,000 this year. I live off of $80,000, right? So I want to at least and bring another 20K at a minimum to into that lifestyle, right? How am I going to accomplish that? What are the habits? And with those habits, what's going to happen? If I can bring in that type of income, the additional income, maybe that can support my family goal. And guess what? I want to step over to business because I know what my business is going to do. And guess what? Maybe my business can pay me. All of these boxes pretty much go together, but starting with the personal, which is the hardest one, is I need to get up earlier. I'm a night owl, but many of you are early birds. So I have to find a balanced calendar. How am I going to balance that calendar? What tool am I going to use? What are going to be the changes? How many hours am I going to work? What's my personal? I have to create habits. The habits are going to affect my business and my financial. And then guess what? It'll fall into family, and I'll have the faith that goes along with it. Put all of that together. This should honestly be your first slide. If you don't take care of you, then you won't be able to finish the rest of this. Okay, getting back on track to business. This is personal and it is business. Okay, here are the 5 W's: when, where, what, why, and who. So I want you to use number one straight across on all lines. So if you're focused on transportation, okay, we're all going to focus on transportation. That's broad, right? That's the industry we're going to focus on. But you know what? Who deals with transportation? Where are these small businesses? We can find truck mechanics, we can shops, we can find car sales, we can find truck salesmen, we can find anything that's dealing with that industry. And but this is the focus that we're going to go after, is just go find some truck mechanics. And guess what? Everybody brings their trucks to the mechanic, and guess who the mechanic knows? Everyone. Now I can reach more people instead of focusing on one. Where am I going to find these truck mechanics? I want to find them in a city called Elgin, which is where very industrial, and they have a probably about a 5 mile radius trucking schools, which could be a small business. I did done that. You don't want to do the trucking schools, right? Because they're in the beginning phase. But that area has truck mechanics. So I'm going to focus there to get well known so people can refer to me, they can trust me, and all of those things. Why? They got the, I said it before, they have the connection to business truck operators, right? So once you get into the industry, so many of you are thinking, oh, I'm going to throw this down, but you have to start learning the words and the positions in the industry. So with that, you have owner operators and you have other positions in which they may be employing drivers or looking or running a business or running splits. I don't know. I've done this, but this is a great example, right? And many of you don't know that you can just scan a picture on the side of a truck and it'll tell you all the information. US dot codes. That was a nugget. All right, when? You ain't gonna do this tomorrow. Be realistic, right? Pick a quarter, first quarter, second, third, this four in a year, and then you say, you know what, I'm gonna go after it. You can't put all 1 through 4 and do 1 through 4 at the same time unless you're just that talented, right? So, I'm not doubting you, but you can't be all over the place. So pick a season, and that what that includes behind this is you got to have the marketing. You got to know the people. You got to know when to bother them and not bother them. What is their peak season where they're looking for what you have? And what is it that you have? Products and solutions. What I've noticed in the transportation industry, what is the thing that's going to get you in the door first? Our life insurance. It might not be. Most of one number one problem that they have is health insurance. Truck drivers sit down for so long, they have back issues, shoulder issues, coverage because they're not in the same place. If they're in Illinois but they're in California with a doctor covered it, that is a field that is a solution, right? Or group insurance for the business. And then maybe cross sell to life insurance. Or if life insurance, whatever your product is, right? Moving on, fill out this part, think about it, but you can't do this until you finish the personal. And working with those truck drivers, guess what? They got some nice money. They pay $2,000 for a tire. So guess what? Working with that group, I'll hit my goals quick, at least one goal. All right. So moving on. Give yourself when you go in and to take a look at this, it will be updated. Change the years. This is going to be in a Google format. You're going to make a copy for yourself in your drive, which I'll take a look at later, and just change the years. Just go back 3 years. What did you do on 24 and 25? What you do the years before? Give yourself credit and actually pick out what worked. You already know what didn't work, right? Now, if it was your activity, then it's something that you're the reason why you're doing this. Okay, you'll accomplish those. Now, I'll just give the examples. What did I do in 2022? Made 15K. All right. Well, all right. It could be more, but it was a start. Became independent. Worked on social media, whatever it was, got licensed, and you should be making achievements every single year so you can improve and grow. All right. This is where you just get to throw up and just throw your imaginary. I want to do $1 million. Be realistic. Know your minimum and know your max. Right? Max is unlimited. No ceiling. Okay. But you got to be realistic. If you're working this business, life insurance, boom, I want to make 50,000 this year, but you really want to make 100. Hit the first 50 and then boom, let me duplicate that. Reevaluate this plan come August. Okay, July, August time frame. If you put the work in and you're following your calendar. The purpose of this is so I don't come to you and show you this nice can and get you to try to sell bubbler water, right? You're supposed to be working on life insurance, health insurance, or whatever you have in your plan, and not let me distract you about this can. Do this. Unless I came to you and whatever your goal is, if what I'm offering to you, hey, let's do an event. I have a flyer, we can all get recognized and find more clients. Will this fit into your business plan? If it does, let's work together. Or would you like to sell water? If that doesn't fit in your business plan, keep moving and tell me no. Right? Okay. Next thing, I've already covered, but the biggest thing is add centers of influence. This is new this year, and I've already am reaping a rewards of that. Right? Find you a coach. Right? Opportunity coach is someone that's a center of influence that's gonna give you motivation. You just sit there and listen to them. Find a tax preparer, tax consultant. They're going to provide you referrals, real estate. They want mortgage protection, tax consultants, annuities, all of those things. Business owners, someone that could show you how to operate as a business so you understand how it works. Get you who do they know? Other business owners, other churches, other funeral homes. We can keep going. Nonprofits know other individuals, and if you're a servant, then guess what? They are too, and they can open those things up. Find some inspirational, motivational platforms, financial platform. I'm going to encourage you to go find on Instagram and Facebook, earn your leisure. Just like I said it, earn your leisure. Financial advisors and a couple other individuals. I will see you all in August at InvestFest in Georgia. Get your tickets. It's on the LSG Network. And then community relations. This is so huge that a lot of people stay scared of this, right? Find a politician, go in there. That's going to be where you can do your network events, public events, and so many other things. And it's going to be free because they need the community, people within the community to help grow. And that's what you're here for, is one of those servants. And you don't have to. be hopefully not at the funeral home and not within the church, but maybe you can go there to provide education, solutions, and maybe even learn a couple things as well. And go volunteer with nonprofits or food banks, because guess what? Both of the two have even a nice flow of individuals coming through. Now, this one, this is not priority. I'm working off two screens and a Microsoft Surface automation. If your computer's crashing every time you open two screens, then that's not the computer that's going to help you run this business. And you should be purchasing things that should help your business: a microphone, a camera, a light, screens, chair, and a corner where you can write this off on your taxes. Automation, systems, CRMs, that is in the LSG portal. If you need guidance, find events to go to, whether they may be free or paid. You need to find one from watching this video within the next 30 to 60 days. Two events. All right. Self education, every year, one certification, one new license. I don't care what it is, but you need some way to challenge you intellectually to grow. All right. So with this, for just for fun, I'm not big on pictures, but have your vision board, put something big, but it's not about the pictures, it's about what the definitions behind those. Build this plan, do your pictures, put that up, but only you know definitely what it stands for. All right, that's all I have for you. I wish you the best of luck. I am looking forward to working with you this year. I see you on the leaderboard.